I think I see.
Talking, she says,
Did
and then you have the fucking audacity to
wait a
call
minute,
me
wait a minute.
mentally unstable. Wait, Venice, breathe, because Rachel and I are having a conversation.
Okay,
Rachel
excuse me.
did call you mentally unstable because only a mentally unstable person would attack a stranger verbally without knowing them. If you just asked me, I would have explained why I've made the videos. When I made the first videos, I was still at the restaurant and my feelings were hurt. We're talking about a 7-year friendship, and a lot happened in that day that I didn't even say in the video. And I addressed it the way that I wanted to address it. If me calling you mentally unstable offended you, I apologize, but you presented yourself to be slightly unstable with the aggression. Rachel, I apologize for calling you mentally unstable, but it was in defense of you attacking me in these comments. Maybe you're not mentally unstable. Maybe you just had an unstable moment.
Right?
Wait a minute, Venice. Now you see Rachel says, fuck your apology, I don't need it. Okay, and that is why I called you mentally unstable, sugar. That's why, because you're so aggressive towards someone that you don't know. As far as Rachel is concerned, saying you don't know who she is, Rachel, sweetheart, you don't know who I am. I present myself to be a very professional woman because I am. But my family is rooted in Fifth Ward. I'm sure you guys have done your research on why the Rap-A-Lot thing went the way it went. I don't have any fear of you. So your question is Tae gay?
No. Tell them. Come on. Tell them. We already know she's not.
Why don't you know what? In all honesty, and I know y'all gonna hate me for my answer right now, but it's okay because y'all seem to hate me anyway and don't
Nikke
even know me.
is
Why don't y'all ask her?
please, Rachel, anything that you have going on right now, just take a time out.
Our friendship started to suffer late last year around Christmas time, and I'll leave it there. I know she in here. Hey, Tay, I know you in here, but go ahead.
Well, everybody, we know Taterhead is here. If Taterhead is not here, Zesty Bestie or Life Roach Lena or one of them is in here. Say hello.
Well, I'm not gonna call Darnell Zesty Bestie. Darnell is a good friend to Carmen. And I'm not going to call Lena a life roach because I don't have any issues with those people.
Well,
And
you're
just
not
like
calling them it. I am.
am I here for an interview? I am not. Am I going to answer questions about Tay? Nah. And am I going to answer anything about Carmen? Carmen has done absolutely nothing to me. I'm not going to say anything negative about Carmen. I'm not.
It's
So, and
Tay with Carmen for the money. Yes, Tay is with we.
hey,
Why
wait a
y'all
minute.
asking dumb questions?
Wait. Venice, I'm going to hang up. Venice, I
Yeah.
already said I don't want to answer any questions about them.
People that say, girl, bye, get the fuck off of my page because she's on my motherfucking
None
page.
of
She
you
ain't got to
guys.
go no motherfucking where. All right. Do not be rude on my motherfucking comments.
Okay, Venice. Everybody let Venice breathe.
Cause
Venice. Okay, how do I become friends with Tay? When I met Tay, Tay was an aspiring nurse. And then she went on to become a nurse. And she was also a very professional woman. This Tay that you guys are meeting, I'm also meeting. I don't know the what do you call it? Social media influencer Tay. So before the whole social media influencer situation came along, she was a nurse. I have a lot of friends of mine who are nurses, who are professionals, and that's who she was. But people change, and sometimes attention changes people or money changes people. I don't know. But the person that I met is the person that I loved. The person that she became is the person I despise. Every once in a while, I might snap off. Every once in a while, you might see a TikTok. If she say something, I'm gonna say something back. When she make her little comments, and she knows I know her well enough to know when she's trying to come for me. If she says something, I'm gonna say it back. If she doesn't say anything, I'm gonna chill.
my homegirl wants to know, Dollhouse wants to know, have you ever called Tay out on her wrongdoing?
Oh hell yes. I'm never the type that's going to uphold you in your wrong. I'm never the type that's gonna sit back and be quiet and watch you do the fool. That's not my personality. That's never been my personality.
Okay.
I'm only answering questions if they pertain to me. Now, if there's a way that I'm linked into anything, I'm going to answer the question. I know that she's probably very pissed off, like, oh my God, she's talking to Denise. But I'm a grown ass woman and we're not friends anymore. I'll talk to who I want to talk to.
Nick wants to know, do you think she's wrong for what she did to Miriam?
Oh, we already talked about that, honey. Do I think it was wrong for what happened with Miriam? As it pertains to Miriam and Carolyn, Carolyn has the energy that I would have if anyone messed with my mother. And my mother can tell you, I've had that energy against family members and whomever else. If you come from my mother, there's no stopping me. Okay. I completely see red and I'm after you. So my opinion on Carolyn, I've actually spoken with Carolyn before and apologized for my part in what happened. So the people who matter know exactly where I stand with the situation. Do I think it was wrong what happened with Miriam? I think it was wrong to touch someone's property and then be dishonest about it. Because had it been me, I would have said, okay, listen, I did delete a couple people. I didn't know you were going to get that angry. I'll tell you who I deleted and you can add them back. I really didn't know you were going to get that mad. Versus being on camera with my finger swimming through the air, landing on an iPad and saying, I didn't touch that. I mean, well, damn, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, if you do something as a woman, you stand in whatever it is that you've done, you admit it in front of whomever, and you apologize for it. Just like I apologize for calling Rachel mentally unstable when she was acting mentally unstable. I will stand in my shit. If I do something to offend someone, I'm someone who's very aware of how I carry myself, and I believe in accountability.
Okay.
1,000,000%.
Somebody said you called Carolyn Master P.
I called Carolyn Master P. I absolutely did. And I love P. And I've known P since, and Maya can verify this as well. I've known P since I was a child. I used to sing. And let me tell you something. I apologize to Carolyn one-on-one about calling her Master P. Now, let me just say this. It was funny in the moment because she had them damn gold teeth in. Okay. But then y'all hit me back and showed me a video or something with Tae with them gold teeth in. And I got Tae too. And I called her, who did I call Tae? I called her little boozy. When y'all showed me that video of Tae walking around with them damn gold teeth in the mouth, I did laugh and I clowned her too. I like to crack jokes. However, in that moment, I was sending a dagger toward Carolyn. And if you guys ask Carolyn, she will tell you, I apologized to Carolyn way back then for saying that. When I posted those first 4 videos, my feelings were hurt. I actually cried that night because it was almost as if, do I go to jail or do I just let it go? Because she really showed her ass that day. And I'm not going to go into the details of what happened. She knows what happened. I know what happened. And she probably lying to people about what happened. Because what she doesn't realize is that people on her team still talk to me. So whatever. What's going to happen is one of them going to run back and tell her, oh, no, Nikki's open these live. And if I'm saying this, let me say real clear. I want everybody to, if something negative is said about me for clearing my own name on Venice's live, I am not responsible for what happens when I black out. This was a real friendship. And so when friendships end, like I said before, people end up hurt. And that's just what it is. So yeah, I'm not going to say anything about her. She ain't going to say nothing about me, because if she do, then I'm going to say it back. And if I say it back, I'm going to say it hard.
Who pays the tab when y'all go out?
Me. God damn it.
Okay. Somebody asked.
Until I said no, and it's probably what pissed off. Anyway, I will say that when you guys were calling me a scammer, that was hurting me because it's not me, you know. The Beyonce ticket situation was Tae purchased several tickets, but she purchased the tickets and I didn't know how much she paid for them. When she told me how much she paid for those tickets, I said, hell no, I don't even like Beyonce that much to pay no over $1,000 for no tickets to see no Beyonce. And I said, well, Tay, since you're trying to be an influencer, why don't you do something fun for your followers? Why don't you let me tell you where this was rooted. Because at church, we always have raffles and things of that nature, okay? So I don't know the social media rules of raffles and whatever. So I said, why don't you do something fun for your followers? Why don't you have a raffle for the tickets? That way, everybody can be involved. It can become something fun. You get your money back, and whoever wins gets to go for like $50. That came up. So no, Tay was not trying to be a scammer in that moment. That I was not trying to be a scammer in that moment. That was literally an idea that I presented to her because the tickets, I think it was like together was like over $2,000. And y'all already see how I don't do I don't do tickets like that. Okay.
They want to know if are you aware of the stuff that I guess what they're doing to Nikke and everyone else, like paying people to come after their family. Were you aware of it?
Hold on, Nikke asked me a question. Would you have been friends with Tae if you knew the things she has been doing to me? Nikke, I don't like you for asking me that question. No. Next question. And I say no for this. And I'm talking to Nikke, everything's Irie. I don't live my life in a drama-filled way, right? And I'm at a point in my life to where we need to live each day like it's our last, because you don't know when you will take your last breath. And I don't want anyone's memory of me to be, I did something to hurt them or their family. Y'all never heard me say another negative thing about Carolyn or her mother or anything in that situation, period. I don't adopt people's wars, okay? You collect money but not give away the tickets. When I made that video, I said, what did I say? I don't want to, because I know y'all got receipts, Lord Jesus. I believe I said send it to her Cash App. I do not think I said Zelle or anything. I think I said send it to her Cash App. So I am not aware of her ever receiving 1 penny toward that raffle. I asked her about it when it was getting hot, when y'all were saying I was part of scamming. She said she did not receive anything for it. So I stand on the fact that I don't know for a fact if Tae ever received anything, but she said she did not receive a dime. Are you and Tae back talking as friends? When I was a child, my mother told me not to touch the hot iron as she was ironing the clothes, and I didn't listen to her. And so I touched it and it burnt my hand. And I have not touched a hot iron since then. Tae is my hot iron. Okay.
Have you ever tasted Carmen food? I'm sorry.
I have proven wrong. Because Tae eats, sleeps, and shits this internet, I knew the best way to get her back was to punch her through the internet. Taisha Robinson, do you wear the perfume? No. No, ma'am. Never in this life, of all the years of my breathing, posted my Cash App and asked anybody for anything. Let's see. And will Rap a Lot ever address the toy drive fuckery? Nick James. Yes. Tanya, do you believe that the group that discussed what Carmen and Tae put on social media really hate groups or fair in discussing what they see? That's a trick question, Tanya, because I'll say this. It's not that the groups are just discussing what they see. They are, in many instances, attacking. And when your goal is to shed light upon any wrongdoing, that's one thing. But when you start speaking about someone's hairline, their teeth, their lips, somebody asked me the girl stank, that has nothing to do with uncovering the truth or shedding light on anything, right? That's where it starts to be rooted in hatred. When you start to, I didn't, even when I was mad at Tae, I didn't attack her appearance. I could have, but I wouldn't. So do I see anything wrong with shedding light on the truth? I absolutely do not. Do I think anything is wrong with you guys making fun of domestic violence? I think that's a horrible thing to do. I don't think it's funny. I think it takes a horrible person to make fun of it. Nikke, I'm sorry, I know you in here, because domestic violence is never a joke. There are many men and women who are experiencing it, who have died from it, who will never be the same from it. And to me, it's just not a joke. So if we're going to uncover the truth, or if we're going to shed light on things, absolutely go full force. But if we're going to make fun of someone for going through things, I don't support that. I think that's horrible. Nikke, I did it, and that is my petty. I have experienced it. Do you think anything they have done to me is okay? Nikke, and I'm talking to Everything's Irie. No. She wants me to answer that question. I know that's what she wants, because it kind of hit me a little bit to see it. Do I think it's okay personally? No, because it's not in alignment with anything that I would ever do to anyone. Do you feel that if anything is true about Carmen and Tae, it feels somewhat true? Do you ever sit back and say, damn, they're all speaking somewhat the truth? In certain instances, I have said, wow, crazy. That's true. And some things are absolutely not true. Did you witness any mistreatment of Rico by Tae or Carmen? Ooh, Pamela. Is Rico still in here? Hey, Bernice.
I don't know. I can't see him. But
You,
don't answer that question.
okay. Miss Pamela, Bernice told me not to answer that
I will.
question.
She wants to know. I'll DM her. So please.
So I will say this, Miss Pamela. Rico is a lovely person. He was always very respectful and very sweet anytime I've ever seen him, anytime I've ever been around him. In fact, at Tay's birthday dinner, I sat with Rico, but he even gives me hugs goodbye when I leave. Rico is a sweetheart, and I do not condone or support anyone who has anything negative to say about him in any capacity for any reason. Lena Edmond, do you regret coming to the internet regarding Tay? You know, honestly, 2 days later, I did regret doing it. I did, because I did love her. That was my sister. I did love her. But too many things happened from December up until that restaurant that it was just boiling over, right? So yes, I did regret it. And then she made that post, and then I didn't regret it no more. So then I made my post. Because y'all don't give a shit about me. I'm not a social media influencer. You can get out there and talk about me and my mama and whatever you want to say. Does anybody give a damn? Yes, I did, after the fact, regret going to the internet because I did love her. Because in life, you don't get to choose your family, but you do get to choose your friends. And I chose her as a friend. So yes, I did regret it at first until she made her little funky ass comment, and then she did that little video talking about she was gonna do a 4-part something. Anyway, moving on. That just triggered me. Darn Nikke, will you be in the courtroom for the trials to be in support for them? That's coming from Stephanie. No, I will not be in the courtroom to support them. Terry, is Kay a bad driver? I asked because she was always being driven around. She is not always being driven around. Cherry, if she's being driven around, it's because she's holding that phone and on the live reading comments, and it's safer for someone else to drive as opposed to her being behind the wheel and being distracted with social media. Anytime she and I were in the vehicle together, she was the one driving because it's her car and I'm not driving her car. So I don't want to. Do you feel like Tay was misunderstood until she showed you who she really is? Taisha, that's a good question. I felt like she was misunderstood initially. Let me just say this. Well, I'm going to be real. If you guys are telling me Tay is all these different things, I don't just take things and throw them in the trash. I take those things and I table them to see if I see any of that behavior with my own eyes, right? And there were things that happened that made me start to pay closer attention. And then I started to pull away because, like all of our parents probably told us, you are the company you keep. Right? So back to this question. I believe that rap a lot shit was the final straw for you. Girl, you ain't never lied. That one did me. I was, let me say something, that ruined my whole entire Christmas. Do you know how many people were calling me about what happened? Like, I have known the people for many, 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 many years, and none of that was supposed to happen the way that it happened. Yeah. Okay. So to be real with you, it was not the final straw, but it was
Oh, okay.
a situation that made me completely remove myself. That's when y'all just didn't see me on any lives anymore. I wasn't commenting anymore. I was just getting out the way. The final straw was the restaurant, because at Perry's, we were trying to rebuild our friendship from that, right? Went to Grand Lux, that shit went through the roof. And that can never be repaired. It's a wrap. I ain't got nothing else to, no, fuck her.
The thing that gets me with my cousins and stuff, like they asking questions, answers that they already know.
Yeah, they
Is
just want.
Tay and Carmen really married? We already know they're not married. Jesus Christ.
I think that the way
Stop.
she communicates with people is a turnoff. I think that she lacks the ability to know how to talk to people in a way that is respectful, and it makes people not like her. I don't think that Darnell and Lena are going to attack me.
Carolyn said that Facebook didn't change her. She's been like that for a while because her mother, even her mother said she had really bad behaviors growing up.
Like we all said, a lot of us have trauma. And when you're friends, you share your secrets, you share your trauma, you share your triggers. Your friends know you, right? She used my childhood trauma and triggers in a very public place in a very disgusting manner. In that moment, I thought that I was going to go to jail that night. And as she was talking, I did text my son, if I don't call you in 30 minutes, I'm downtown, come get me. I did have to do that. Yes, because it was, they had shit on me and I have shit on her. That's what friends have, things on each other. Who do you tell your deepest, darkest secrets to? Hate to tell you that she was never your friend if she did that. Tarina, my mother said that also. She showed me in that restaurant that she was never my friend.
Why we're so worried about Tay? Why is Tay so worried about Nikke? Nikke, I know you don't want me to refer to your friend as a hoe, but
Tay is not my friend.
your
Out
ex.
of respect for the friendship that we
Okay.
had, I do not want to be on the
All
line
right. So
with people
what
calling her.
would you rather I call her?
The
Because I
name
don't
that
know her real name.
she told you, her name
Okay.
is Tay.
Okay,
We
Tay.
can call her
So
Tay.
okay, Tay. For the reason why I talk shit about Tay, because I was doing some cartoon, Miss Thing. I was doing some cartoons and I was just trying to be funny and lighten up the situation and shit like that. And I said, come to think of it, Carmen is amusing. She do dumb stuff like Trump does. Trump does dumb stuff. His kids does dumb stuff. Carmen does dumb stuff. So let me mock the dumb stuff that she's doing and see if people will laugh. First, I started out with Maybabe. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But I was like, maybe it was corny. All she do is sit and beg. Anyway, just like you guys do, but you guys do other funny shit. But maybe all she do is sit and beg. She stared in the computer all fucking day, so I couldn't find nothing to say about her. But you guys was hilarious, and I saw my opportunity and I took it. I wasn't trying to like come at you and shit like that. I was just trying to make people laugh. Then you took it to the next level and calling me a busted hoe and a busted bitch and all this shit, and everybody started watching. If I never thank you, excuse me, Tay, thank you, sweetheart, because you got them watching. If you had kept your mouth shut, my cartoon would not be so famous. Just like if you had kept your motherfucking mouth shut, you'd have been laying on a beach right now instead of on your back.
Okay, stop.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. I couldn't stand seeing Carmen. I didn't like what she did to her daughter. I didn't like what she did to her granddaughter. I didn't like what she was doing to the Gibson. I didn't like it. I just, a bully mentality and thinking that people is bullying her got under my skin because I used to be bullied when I was little. And I was like, how could I take it on the bullies that used to bully me? I find this big old doofball bully and I started doing this shit to her. The same shit she do to people, I started doing it back to her. But I use your words against you, Carmen. I use your words against you, Denise. You're your own worst enemy. Stop doing dumb shit and I'll stop making dumb cartoons.
But just because the friendship is over and I've chosen to move on doesn't mean that I'm going to sit here and drag her to hell.
Yeah.
Because I could have been done that. I could have done that weeks ago. Listen, she asked me my opinion on the perfume. The perfume smells like the Victoria's Secret perfumes. Like if you like that sweet, flowery,
Like teenager smell.
stop. If you like that sweet, flowery, um, feminine
Yeah.
smell, then that's what it is. And no, it does not stink. No, it does not smell anything like white diamonds. It
Does it
smells
smell
like,
like Glade?
I have no idea what Blade is.
Glade air.
Oh, Glade. Girl, if you don't shut up. No, it does not smell like
No,
Glade
because
air
she said
freshener.
it was rose and it was sandalwood. That sounds like ingredients from an air refreshener.
Honestly, it could be part of the Victoria's Secret perfume line. The smell is very, very much
I
like
didn't know
that.
they was selling like Victoria's Secret scents at the trap flea market.
Stop. But yes, that is what it smells like. It has a very sweet, flowery.
So most of our followers are elderly people, like of age, like we are. It's like for me to be 50 something years old, I still act like a kid sometimes. But I'm asking if anyone in the group that's of a certain age still want to walk around smelling like fruits.
The plan was I was going to market it to my daughter's friends at her school because it is youthful.
Is it worth 95,000? Tell the honest truth.
I think that Tay would have sold more bottles of her fragrance
And
had
she'll
she
sell it for
sold it for a more affordable
like
price.
$4.99 or something like that.
If she would have
You
sold it for a more affordable price, I think that she would have sold many more bottles of it. Because with the initial release, you want more people to smell it. You don't want to price it with Chanel. People already know what Chanel smells like. So it doesn't make sense to price it with that level of fragrance.
but I went to Macy's and they had it on sale for $95. $95 for Gucci.
So
Support
what?
your as a former friend. If you were still friends with her, would you buy a T-shirt or one of them bucket hats for $45?
Hell no, because she gave certain people the items for free and expected me to pay for them. And what the fuck are we talking about here? That's rude, So no, but it's her product to do whatever she wants to do with it. And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Let me, knowing that she only paid 99 cents for one T-shirt, would you buy it as a gift for a parent, a friend, or someone else for $45?
Well, with all due respect, it only costs $1 to make a pair of Jordans, and he sells those for
Well,
$200.
we ain't talking about Jordan right now. Jordan is the basketball player. She's just a trap house hoe.
I'm not gonna entertain it. I'm not gonna. I'm not going
Jordan
to.
got a big name, so we can't compare her to Jordan, sweetie pie.
I
Jordan, I could say if she had became successful, like Keith Lee or somebody now, and if Keith Lee want to sell a cookbook, a lot of people will buy it because it's very famous now. Or like Tabitha. I remember when Tabitha was just as um just as much as Carmen is. Carmen was more famous than Tabitha back in the day. Carmen food was looking good as hell. So I was like, I started watching that woman from like I think it was 2018 and shit like that. I was watching her. Everybody was talking about her. That yo, she could cook and shit like that. I like her. She seems humble and shit like that. So I kept watching her. But now so Carmen could have been like the next Tabitha. She could have been talking shit just like
was
Tabitha is now. But you know
saying
what I'm saying?
in reference to Carmen, and I will say this in reference to Carmen, I don't think it's too late for Carmen.
I don't
I think that
either.
if, I think that if Carmen refocuses and gets back on her game, she will regain many of her
Yeah,
followers
yeah,
back.
I think so
I
also.
think that oftentimes when we're stressed out, we may not cook the same way we do when we're
Girls,
not stressed out.
stop it.
But I, I'm being real with you. You wanted me to come on here and be real, right? So I'm being real with you. I don't think it's over for Carmen. I think that the whole reason for these pages, the root of it is Carmen, right? And you guys not liking that she brought someone on who disrespected y'all. So you guys feel, right? So in my opinion, I don't think it's too late for Carmen. I think that Carmen can get back up. I think she can go past Tabitha. At the end
Nah,
of the day,
nah, you
I think
overreaching now, girl.
no,
Please.
no, I'm gonna tell you why. Because she is very relatable. The reason that I love
Listen,
Tabitha
let
is
me tell
not.
you something.
Can I finish, Bernice?
Okay.
The reason that I like Tabitha is because of the things that she says, how she's relatable. It's almost like watching your sister cook in the kitchen, right?
Hmm.
Now, the food that Tabitha makes, I'm not trying to eat that shit because I like my food to be nice and dead on the plate. I'm not interested in eating the things that Tabitha makes, but it is her ability to be relatable,
Yeah.
funny. Her personality is addictive. And so that's what makes her successful. With Carmen, I don't
She used to
listen,
be like that.
but listen to what I'm saying. If she gets back on her game, the Carmen that I met, she's funny, she's relatable, she has a great personality. The person I met, now I know you guys have a different perception of her, and that's fine. But what I'm saying is, if Carmen gets back on her game and redirects her attention to her growth back on social media, I think that she can still get out there. It's not over for Carmen.
Well,
Carmen Smith can still pop, but does she want to? Is she willing to do the work? That's up
first
to her.
she has to get rid of that. Get rid of.
I ain't gonna
Get.
sit
Listen
here
to
and
what
deal
I'm
with this.
saying. I'm not gonna call her no names. I'm just saying she just got to get rid of her baggage. That is. First of all, she done left Carmen. Carmen done left her already. Okay, so I mean, I don't know if you know it. We all know that Carmen left 2 months ago. So stop it. All right. And
Right.
anyway, we also all know that the reason why that she's acting like she is with Carmen is because she wants to sell them trap house product. And the reason why, because Carmen has all her possessions. I mean, Tata had also have oral possession, and she's holding them hostage.
Again,
Don't leave, don't leave.
okay. So again, I'm not about to, out of respect for the friendship that we once had, I'm not about to
Girl, let
drag.
me tell you something. The friendship is freaking over. Calm
It
the
is.
hell down, Nikki. The
It is.
friendship
Oh,
is over. Burn it,
correct.
stomp on it, blow it away.
Right.
It's over. Ain't no more
It's
respect. She disrespected you. Fuck it. Do I have to come there
correct.
and slap back New York into you?
No, but I'm not about to drag her.
You don't have to drag her, but stop defending her.
Karen, I do agree with that statement. I'm not going to read the statement, but I do agree with it. Um,
Somebody said Tay would care less about the ops purchasing her fragrance. The ops are not dumb enough to purchase her fragrance, and if they are ops.